Hey, I'm Baljeet Saini. Welcome to Ultra Healers. Today I'm going to be going over 10 ways that you can protect yourself from EMF radiation. Intro. Our cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, microwaves, appliances, and even the power lines right next to your house are producing these invisible waves that are hazardous to our health. Do you know this? Does your baby know this? Well, now you know this, so protect yourself and your family from these wireless waves. Okay, there are two different types of electromagnetic radiation. There's ionizing and non-ionizing. Ionizing is like gamma rays or X-rays, UV radiation, the kinds of radiation that actually break apart your atoms, and they can cause a lot of damage. They can cause cancer and all kinds of different health issues. Then there's non-ionizing, and non-ionizing, it doesn't break apart your atoms, and it comes from devices like your cell phone, microwaves. It comes from, your appliances, your Wi-Fi router, TV, wiring inside of walls, fluorescent lights. Yeah, ionizing is kind of scary. Talk about genetically modified. Stay away from ionizing radiation like you stay away from GMOs. Most electronic devices and power lines give off non-ionizing radiation. That means they won't turn your atoms into a chopped wireless salad. So you don't have that much to worry about. But long-term exposure to non-ionizing radiation can cause subtle side effects like headaches. It can cause nausea. It can cause anxiety. It can cause insomnia, restlessness, and some dizziness. But a lot more studies are being done right now. And scientists did a study in UK on kids that were living close to power lines for a long time and found that those kids developed leukemia. So these studies are still going on. And scientists are actually saying that long-term exposure to cell phone usage, especially when putting it to your head, can cause glioma, which is a cancer of the spinal cord. So be really careful. Okay, now for the 10 things that you can do to reduce exposure to electrosmog. Number 1, increase your distance away from power lines and electronic devices. The further you are from these electronic devices and power lines, your exposure to non-ionizing radiation decreases exponentially. So don't sleep next to your phone, don't have it glued to your head, don't use the microwave as a mirror, and don't be sleeping next to your Wi-Fi router. Secondly, folks, if you really are driven by hard facts, you can buy a electrosmog meter. I have two of them. One is the Coronet electrosmog meter, and one is a tri-field EMF meter. This one actually is the best handheld affordable meter in the world, and I'm not doing an advertisement for these guys, but I really highly recommend one of these if you want to test the amount of magnetic fields, electric fields, and RF fields in the environment that you're in. So I highly recommend this. Guys, the third thing you can do to protect yourself from electromagnetic radiation is you can buy shielding material. Now, I bought this roll of shielding material called Titan RF. It's basically a Faraday cage. And it comes in a sheet like this, which you can unravel. But here's the thing, folks. This will only block RF signals. It will not block power lines. For blocking power lines, electromagnetic radiation, you're going to need some strong alloys that can reflect the radiation back and cause destructive interference. So quantum physics 101. You can look that up online. Basically, I got this to block routers, cell phone, just RF radiation that comes from wireless signals, basically. Okay, number 4. The fourth way to block these invisible DNA mutating bastards is to turn off your electronic devices when you go to sleep. Turn off your Wi-Fi router, turn off your cell phone, or put it on airplane mode. But then, what about the emergency phone calls? What if somebody needs to call me? What if I need to make a phone call? Well, if you're serious about this EMF exposure, probably invest in a landline. Sometimes going old school is the best way to go in this modern world. The fifth badass thing you can do to protect yourself from these crazy wireless waves is use your phone's speaker whenever you can. I'm going to the grocery store.
What?
I'm going to the grocery store.
I can't hear you.
I'm going to the grocery store.
Is your speaker on? Turn off your speaker.
I'm going to the grocery store. Also, invest in some wired headphones. Don't get those Bluetooth headphones because that also emits a wireless signal that can be hazardous to your brain. When my phone is in my pocket, I use this thing right here. This is a compensating magnetic oscillator, and it looks like this. It helps shield me from 4G, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth signals. The sixth protocol is to stay away from clocks, wireless watches, baby monitors, wireless headsets, and fitness devices. Okay, this brings me to my 7th hack to dim down the exposure to electromagnetic radiation. You can get a dirty electricity mitigation system for your entire house. If you have fluorescent lights, if you have a smart meter, if you have a solar panel inverter, front-loading washing machine, other appliances that when plugged in emit these frequencies, you can actually get a dimmer switch for your entire house that brings these frequencies down. Okay, number 8 on the list of how to protect yourself from EMF exposure. Do you know about smart meters? Smart meters emit electromagnetic radiation once every either 1 minute, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes, depending on how it's set up in your house. You can actually call your electrical company and get that smart meter turned into a dumb meter. And it might make you smarter in the long run. It costs about $75 in California, I think, and $10 a month to maintain that. But it could be a good investment for your future, especially for your kids. The 9th way to reduce harmful effects of electricity is by grounding or earthing. Now, this is a relatively new topic, but it's catching on very, very quickly all around the world. Grounding can actually bring your cells back to balance again by matching the frequency of the earth with the frequency of the body. So if you are full of these electrical signal radiation inside of your body, then by walking barefoot on grass or a sandy beach, or even taking a dive into a lake, can actually help balance those frequencies of your body. Okay, the 10th way to protect yourself from electromagnetic radiation is to do a whole house shielding using certain shielding paints and certain shielding fabrics. But I don't recommend this because the earth emits a certain electromagnetic frequency that your body actually needs to survive. So if you block all electromagnetic frequencies, then you'll have adverse effects from not being able to get the certain frequencies that the earth provides. Lastly, it's unlikely that you'll be exposed to high levels of electromagnetic radiation on a daily basis. But just to be on the safe side, I highly recommend this as a first step. Get this meter and you'll be able to test 4G, 5G, electromagnetic radiation. You'll be able to test electrical frequencies, and you'll be able to test RF frequencies. And I'll be making another video on just testing certain frequencies using this meter in a future video. Thank you very much for watching Ultra Healers, and I hope you have a great day. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. and subscribe, and please share this video so that other people can understand how they can minimize their exposure to electromagnetic radiation. Thank you very much and take care. Bye.